কাম ব্যাক। আগের ক্লাসে আমরা এলিমেন্টারি ডিফারেন্সিয়েশন নিয়ে আলোচনা করছিলাম। আমি কত কিছু ডিফারেন্সিয়েশনের ফর্মুলাও লিখেছিলাম। আজকে আমরা একটু সেকেন্ড অর্ডার ডিফারেন্সিয়েশন, ডিফারেন্সিয়াল ইকুয়েশন বা ট্যানজেন্ট নর্মালের যে ইকুয়েশন বা করেসপন্ডিং স্লোপের যে কনসেপশন, অবশ্যই প্রিলিমিনারি লেভেলে সেটা নিয়ে আলোচনা করছি। টুডে উই আর গোয়িং টু ডিসকাস অ্যাবাউট দ্য এলিমেন্টারি ideas about the second order differentiation or about the concept of tangents and normals or about an elementary idea about some second order linear differential equation. Let we are given a function y equals to a sin x plus b cos x. A sin x plus b cos x, where a and b are constant, maybe positive, maybe negative, or maybe of integer or fraction. A and b are constant. So if we compute dy dx, now what will be dy dx? That is ddx of a sin x plus b cos x. Now if I consider the differentiation of the first term, a is constant, so a can be taken outside the differentiation. It will be ddx of sin x. Similarly b, it will be ddx of cos x. Okay. Now from our formula we know that ddx of sin x equal to cos x. That is a cos x, and ddx of cos x is minus sin x. That is, it is coming as a cos x minus b sin x. Now if I come to the point of or concept of second order differentiation, that is, we have to again differentiate dy dx with respect to x. We have to again differentiate dy dx with respect to x. It is known as d2y dx2. That is, therefore, our d2y dx2 is equal to ddx of dy dx, and we have got dy dx equal to a cos x minus b sin x. Now, what is the differentiation of cos x minus sin x? It will give you minus a sin x minus b cos x. So d2y dx2 is evaluated as minus a sin x minus b cos x, or taking the minus as common term, it is a sin x plus b cos x. You all can see a sin x plus b cos x. Now from our given function y equal to a sin x plus b cos x, so it is nothing but minus 1. So what we have got? So d2y dx2, that is d2y dx2 equals to minus 1 for this given function, or d2y dx2 plus y equal to 0. It is a second order linear homogeneous differential equation. It is a second order linear homogeneous differential equation. Second order linear homogeneous differential equation. So conversely, I can say that from this equation d2y dx2 plus y equal to 0, it is satisfied when we are taking y equal to a sin x plus b cos x. এই সমীকরণটি স্যাটিসফাই হচ্ছে যখন আমরা দেখছি যে y equal to a sin x plus b cos x হচ্ছে। সুতরাং আমরা বলতে পারি y equal to a sin x plus b cos x, y equal to a sin x plus b cos x is a solution of this differential equation. অতএব আমরা বলতে পারি যে y equal to a sin x plus b cos x হলো এই অবকল সমীকরণটির একটি সমাধান। ডিফারেন্সিয়াল ইকুয়েশনের বাংলা হচ্ছে অবকল সমীকরণ। So y equal to a sin x plus b cos x is a solution to this differential equation d2y dx2 plus y equal to 0. Now in physics we shall have several times the application of second order differentiation. Say for example, we know that velocity. What is the velocity? The time rate of change of displacement of a moving particle. The particle may move along a straight line, or may move along a curve, or may move in a plane. The time rate of change of displacement. So velocity is ds dt. Okay, velocity is ds dt. Now if s represents some slope, some curve or arc length, that is, it can be written as ds d theta into d theta dt. Obviously it is a chain rule. So if S is a function of theta, ds d theta, and what is d theta dt? D theta dt is nothing but it is the time rate of change of angular displacement of the particle. d theta dt হলো কোনো গতিশীল কণার সময়ের সাপেক্ষে কৌণিক সরণের পরিবর্তনের হার। So it can be treated as angular velocity, generally written as omega. তাহলে d theta dt কে আমরা কৌণিক বেগ বলতে পারি ওমেগা। তাহলে ওমেগা ds d theta. Now what is the acceleration? A. We know that A equal to dv dt. Time rate of change of velocity. Actually, time rate of increase of velocity is the acceleration. Similarly, time rate of decrease of velocity is known as the retardation. So, it can be written as omega. So, you can apply here the differentiation rule for the product functions. UV rule, take it as U, it is as V. So, it will give you d omega dt into ds d theta plus ds plus omega into d dt of ds d theta. Or you can also again say A equals to d dt of ds dt, because v equal to ds dt. Or we have, or acceleration A equals to d2s dt2. Acceleration A equal to d2s dt2, it is coming as d omega dt. Now omega was defined here as the angular velocity. So d omega dt is nothing but it is the angular acceleration. Generally it is treated as alpha. Alpha ds d theta plus omega. Now how we can represent this term? You just observe that I can write this term as or I am again writing this term or acceleration A equal to d2s dt2, that is alpha ds d theta plus omega into dd theta of ds d theta into d theta dt. From this step, its next step is this. Just observe that ddt of ds d theta has been written in the form. ddt of ds d theta has been written in the form. Or now this term is nothing but d2s d theta 2 second order differentiation of s with respect to theta into d theta dt, that is omega. It is alpha into ds d theta plus omega square okay. Clear? So there may be several types of applications of second order differentiation while dealing with the elementary considerations, elementary equations in physics, basically related with the motion of a particle, or it may be motion along a straight line, or it may be a rotating body, or it may be some other types of motions in 2D or in 3D. Okay, now I have already mentioned you while dealing with the first principle of differentiation that dy dx, it means slope of a curve at a specific point. আমরা বলেছি যে dy dx হলো যে কোনো গ্রাফের, কোনো লেখচিত্রের কোনো বিন্দুতে নতি। আমি একটু করে বাংলাগুলো বলছি। dy dx is the slope of a curve at a specific point. Let the curve is y equal to fx. So it dy dx at a point x comma y will represent you the slope of the curve at a point. That is, if I draw a tangent to the curve at the point x comma y, I have previously discussed that, x comma y, then the angle made by the tangent with the positive x-axis, if it is represented by theta, then slope of the curve at that point is m equal to tan theta. That is the dy dx at that point. Okay. Now, just let us consider a graph like that. It is our x, it is our y-axis. Say a graph is like that. I can say from the nature of the graph that it is a decreasing function. It represents a decreasing function of x. It represents a decreasing function of x. You just notice that when x increases, y decreases. So I can ordinarily mention that it is a decreasing function of x. Y is here a decreasing function of x. That is y equal to fx. It is a decreasing function up to this range. I cannot say the behavior of the graph beyond this range because I don't know the nature of the graph beyond this range. I don't know. That graphical nature has not been depicted. So I cannot conclude anything about the nature of the curve beyond this value of x. Okay. Now choose 2 points of this curve, say P and Q. Any 2 points of this curve, P and Q. I want to investigate about the slope of this curve at the point P and Q. আমি এই গ্রাফটার বা এই লেখচিত্রটার P এবং Q বিন্দুতে স্লোপ সম্পর্কে বা নতি সম্পর্কে আমরা দেখতে চাইছি। তাহলে P পয়েন্টে I have to draw a tangent at point P. Okay. Now similarly I have to draw a tangent at point Q. You just observe that at point P the corresponding angle with the positive x-axis is theta 1. Similarly for the tangent drawn at the point Q, তোরা একটু স্পর্শকগুলো ভালো করে স্কেল ইউজ করে আঁকবি। আমি তো হাতে আঁকছি, একটু হাত কেঁপে যাচ্ছে। কিউ বিন্দুতে স্পর্শকের ক্ষেত্রে the corresponding angle made by the tangent with positive x-axis is theta 2. তাহলে slope of the curve, so it is very much clear from the figure that tan theta 2 it is greater than tan theta 1. That is the slope of the graph at Q, slope of the graph at Q is greater than the slope of the graph at P, or dy dx at Q is greater than dy dx at P. This symbol is represented, it itself simply represents that it is the value of dy dx at point Q. Similarly this symbol also represents it is the value of dy dx at P. তাহলে আমরা বুঝতে পারছি যে P থেকে যখন আমরা Q পয়েন্টে আসছি এই গ্রাফটার স্লোপ গ্র্যাজুয়ালি ইনক্রিজিং। আচ্ছা, তাহলে এই ধরনের গ্রাফ থাকলে আমরা প্রথমেই কনক্লুড করে দেবো যেখানে স্লোপ ইনক্রিজিং। সো ফর দিস গিভেন গ্রাফ, for the given curve, slope is increasing. A very important and useful conception in physics. Basically in mechanics you will all observe in the due course. Slope is increasing. আচ্ছা, এবার আমরা একটু অন্যভাবে যাই। আমি এই ছবিটা একটু মুছে দিচ্ছি, তোরা পরে প্রয়োজন আরো বের করে দেখে নিবি। একটা গ্রাফ আমাকে এরকম দেওয়া আছে। আচ্ছা, এই গ্রাফের ক্ষেত্রে সিমিলার হয়েছে। আমি দুটো পয়েন্ট ভাবছি, একটা পি আর একটা কিউ। আমরা এখানেও পি থেকে কিউ পয়েন্ট অ্যাজ উই মুভ ফ্রম পি টু কিউ, লেট আস ইনভেস্টিগেট দ্য নেচার অফ দ্য স্লোপ, হোয়েদার দ্য স্লোপ ইজ ইনক্রিজিং অর হোয়েদার দ্য স্লোপ ইজ ডিক্রিজিং। আমরা পি আর কিউ দুটো বিন্দু বিবেচনা করেছি, পি থেকে কিউ বিন্দুর দিকে যাচ্ছি। আমরা দেখি যে এই লেখচিত্রের ক্ষেত্রে নতিটা বাড়ছে না কমছে। তাহলে আমাকে কি করতে হবে? প্রথমে পি পয়েন্টে একটা ট্যানজেন্ট ড্র করতে হবে, কিউ পয়েন্টেও আরেকটা ট্যানজেন্ট ড্র করতে হবে। আই হ্যাভ টু ড্র ট্যানজেন্টস রেসপেক্টিভলি at the points P and Q, and I have to investigate about the values of tan thetas for the points P and Q. The P বিন্দুতে ট্যানজেন্ট টানো, is a tangent at point P. Similarly, I am drawing a tangent at point Q. The tangent at point Q. তাহলে P পয়েন্টে যে ট্যানজেন্ট ড্র করা হয়েছে, let this angle is theta 1. আর Q পয়েন্টে যে ট্যানজেন্ট ড্র করেছি, let this angle is theta 2. ওকে, তাহলে এখান থেকে আমরা লক্ষ্য কর যে এখান থেকে ভেরি মাচ ফিগার ক্লিয়ার ফ্রম দ্য ফিগার দ্যাট tan theta 2 is again greater than tan theta 1. It was similar to our previous curve I just discussed a minutes ago. Tan theta 2 greater than tan theta 1. So as we approach from P to Q, again the slope is increasing. As we approach from P to Q, again the slope is increasing. So that is dy dx at Q is greater than dy dx at point P. So this curve also corresponds to those curves where the slope is also increasing. So for this curve also, slope is increasing. Slope is increasing. ওকে, তাহলে আগের ডিসকাশনটার সাথে এটাকে যদি আমি মার্চ করে দিই, তাহলে আমি বলতে পারি যে যদি আমার এরকম থাকে এক্স ওয়াই, তাহলে এই ধরনের থাকে ফর দিস টাইপ অফ কার্ভ, স্লোপ ইজ ইনক্রিজিং। লক্ষ্য করে দেখ, এটা হচ্ছে হাসির চিহ্ন, লাভ সাইন। তাহলে লাভ সাইন থাকলে স্লোপ ইজ ইনক্রিজিং। ওকে, তাহলে তোরা মনে রাখবি যে যেখানে হাসি বা লাভ সাইন, where the laugh sign appears, it means slope is gradually increasing. As we move from this point to this point, slope is gradually increasing. From this point to this, slope is increasing. From this to this, slope is again increasing. Okay. For the laugh sign, slope is increasing. Now, let us investigate its opposite figure. Let this is the curve. So we shall have to perform the same type of operations. That is, I have to investigate whether the slope is increasing or decreasing. Now let us consider 2 points P and Q, like our previous cases. Over this curve, I am drawing tangent at point P. Similarly, I am drawing tangent at point Q. So slope of the graph at point P, it is say theta 1 and it is theta 2. You just observe from the figure that I have taken the angle made by the respective tangents only with the positive x-axis. Only with the positive x-axis. As we approach from P to Q, here you just observe that tan theta 2. Sorry, I am theta 2 less than theta 1. Okay. So, tan theta 2 is less than tan theta 1. Theta is proportional to tan theta. So, as we approach from P to Q, slope is gradually decreasing. So, this curve corresponds to the curve where the slope is gradually decreasing. That is, dy dx at Q less than, or it is the curve for which the slope is decreasing. Curve for which slope is decreasing. Okay. Now, let us draw another figure. Again, we are taking the same type of cases like the previous. Let 2 points P and Q. Now, I have to investigate the nature of the slopes at the points P and Q. P পয়েন্টে যে ট্যানজেন্ট ড্র করেছি, এই অ্যাঙ্গেলটা আমি থিটা 1 বললাম, আর কিউ পয়েন্টে যে ট্যানজেন্ট ড্র করেছি সেই অ্যাঙ্গেলটা থিটা 2. Like the previous case, here it is also theta 1 is theta 2 is less than theta 1, or tan theta 2 less than tan theta 1. So dy dx at Q is less than dy dx at P. So it is also the case where the slope is gradually decreasing. So it is again also the case where the slope is gradually decreasing. Gradually decreasing. তাহলে আগেরটার সাথে combining with our previous discussion, I can write so this is the curve. এটা ক্রাই সিম্বল So this is the curve for which slope is gradually decreasing. Okay. Now, let us consider the equation of tangent and normal to a curve at a point, basic equation. So, first I am coming with the equation of tangent. Tangent to a curve at a point. Okay, just wait. আমি একটু পেনটা কালি করে নিই. Now, let the equation of a curve is given by y equal to fx. Let it represents the equation of a curve. So, the equation of the tangent to this curve at a point x comma y, equation to the tangent of this curve at a point x comma y can be written as. So, I am writing equation of tangent at say any point x1 comma y1 to this curve is defined as y minus y1 is the equation of a straight line equals to dy dx. You have to calculate dy dx at x1 comma y1 to x minus x1. It is the equation of the tangent to the curve at the point x1 comma y1. At the point x1 comma y1. Just for example, let the equation of a parabola is y square equal to 4x. Okay. Y square equal to 4x. So, what is dy dx? What is the dy dx? So, differentiating both sides with respect to x, we have 2y into dy dx, that is 4a into ddx of x. Now, what is ddx of x? It is 1, or 2y into dy dx, it is 4a. Therefore, dy dx, that is 4a by 2y, that is 2a by y. So the value of dy dx is 2a by y. So the equation to this parabola at the point x1 comma y1 will be, I am just erasing these steps. Y minus y1 equal to dy dx at is 2a by y. It is to be calculated x1 comma y1 into x minus x1, or y minus y1, that is 2a by y1 into x minus x1. Again, you can have a substitution for x1 or y1 root 4a x1. So you can put the value here, or it will be y minus y1, that is 2a by root 2a x1 into x minus x1. Similarly, if I can draw a tangent to a curve at any point, the corresponding normal to the curve at that point will be perpendicular to the tangent. For a simple example, I am again repeating, if I draw a tangent to a curve at any point, then the corresponding normal to the curve at that point will be perpendicular to the tangent drawn at that point. For example, let us consider a circle. This is a very easier example. If I draw a tangent to this point, it will be like that. Now, if I draw a normal here, it is the normal, it is the normal, it is the tangent. You look like the normal passes to the center. So it is a radius vector drawn in the outward direction or maybe in the inward direction, and it is the tangent. So for a circle at every point, radial directions and the tangential directions are mutually perpendicular. Okay, now the equation of the tangent to a curve at the point x1, y1 can be written as. So equation of normal to a curve at point x1, y1 is, to a curve, equation of the curve is what? Y equal to fx. x1, y1 can be written as y minus y1. Now the slope of the tangent and normal, the product of the slopes of the tangent and normal must be equal to -1. You all know from the straight line conception. Tangent and normals are mutually perpendicular. So the product of their slopes must be equal to -1. So it will be minus dx dy. That x1, y1 into x minus x1. It will be the equation of the normal to the curve y equal to fx at x1, y1. It is the equation of the normal to the curve y equal to fx at x1, y1. Okay. Okay, up to this I am returning back after a few moments. Goodbye.